Mic check, mic check. Everybody good? Anybody here? Let's see who's in the room. What's up? Hi, Muno. Hey, Jonathan. How y'all doing? How's the market for you today? Husman, how you doing? I see everybody coming out. Yeah, the market was amazing today. I'll tell you that right now. As you can see, didn't change nothing. It was amazing today, man. It was good. It was really good. I don't know about the complaints, but it made you work. And I guess if you're a man of skill and you're about the game for real, you would have loved today. Today was a really, really intellectually stimulating day. 1 second. So here we are. 15, 5, and 1. We're going to leave it on the 1 minute today. We had actually, you know what? It would make sense to do a quick recap. 15-minute time frame. It was a bearish order block. On the 5-minute, bearish order block. As you can see, boom, boom, bada bam bum. And yeah, man, today was amazing, I have to say. But you know, we will go to the 1 minute and just hang out. How did you do? Talk to me, people. Talk to me. How did you do today? What did you think of the market today? Hey, Meba. What did you guys think of the market today? I want to hear the stories. Yeah, I want to hear the stories, man. Fill me in. How did you do? Because I think chopped up a little. Meva said chopped up a little. I wanted London highs during the 950 macro. So right here, you wanted the London highs. Right here, you wanted the 415 high. Yeah, I understand the sentiment. I think there was like a 3-drive thing going on here anyway. So, you know, quick story. There I was with, you know, with the people who paid, and we were navigating the charts. I started at 7 a.m., which was right here. You know, 7 a.m. Yeah, so I think it was around, to be fair, it was maybe about 7:10 or so, between 7:10 and 7:15 anyway. The first guy came in. And so, you know, we were just discussing markets and we were calling it, you know, right here. And, you know, just navigating, you know, seeing what opportunities are there for today. And because when you're reading these prices in real time, like I've experienced it, I have experienced it myself, you know, in all fairness. And I've also seen other people struggle with real-time price action. And so obviously, you know, I had to do what Cap does, right? And it was beautiful. It was really, really, really good. Really, really good. But the highlight of today was this one right here, 807. That was the highlight of the day. So here's the funny thing. When you guys see these charts, when you see things like this, it looks to you like it is, it already printed. But when I'm doing it live, especially, in a paid capacity, where you have to perform, you really have to perform. I mean, people are obviously, if you're advertising 100% control and, you can run in and do this, and you really got to bring your A game. And oh, it was so exciting. And I think I definitely did impress. They were impressed. They saw, how you can predict these things. So right here, this candle at 807, the moment this candle printed at the close, I was doing the countdown, so like, 9, 8, 7, that kind of, right at the close, I was saying that I wanted to see this candle just trip a little bit higher. I'll show you. Yeah, just right here. I just wanted it to trip a little bit higher. By the way, this was real time. So we're talking 808. 808 opens, trip a little bit higher, and then close back right there. Right there. I was calling that. And the moment this candle closed, I said to him, I said, well, this PD array is the one that I call the controller. Right here. All of this on the right that you're seeing are not printed yet. At all. At all. There was no 809. There was no 810. Nothing on the right side of the chart. And I said, this one, I want you to pay attention to this specific one. So obviously we drew it. And then, so it was 808. And I said to him, I'm going to drag it. So this is what it was at the time. So if you notice, I dragged it all the way to 12 noon, okay? But it wasn't there at the time. It was all the way up to here. Boom. Right there. 9:30 open. And I said to him, I want you to pay attention to this specific PD array. And I dragged it all the way here. And then I told him that is the controller PD array. Nobody, I don't know what else to call it except for controller. Why controller? Because it controls price. It's the most annoying PD array in all the the PD arrays that I use. So then you had 810, and then you had 830. You had price, doing this thing right here. We had this CB there. So it's looking like, oh, it's a balanced price range, right? What type of balanced price range? Anyway, it came out, breach, came back in, lower, came back above, just controlling. Man, it was absolutely beautiful. Controlling, just holding. While price was rallying here, 856, it's like, oh yeah, the macro. It's like, no, it's gonna come back down because it is holding price until 9:30. I was already describing what it was gonna do at 808, before 808 candle closed. Just imagine that. And I'm saying this specific PD array is gonna act this way. Why? Because it is the controller PD array. I don't know what else to call it because unless ICT gives it a name, it's gonna stay it's gonna stay controller for me. And yeah, man, it was absolutely beautiful. And you can see how price kept coming back to it, kept coming back to it, kept coming back to it right here, and then boom, gone. Like right here at 925. If you guys saw the post about 925, well, it is what it is on Twitter. But yeah, that was that. Let me take that off. And then so we had price rally all the way up here. Here we wanted to see price return lower, because if you remember, you guys remember this 29334 from yesterday and 29505.25. The specific hindsight candle on the 15-minute, I'm going to show you. On the 15-minute, remember that? This one from yesterday? I mean, come on. It is what it is, right? But yeah, so the moment we started hitting it, we wanted to see reversal patterns. We didn't get it here. I said in real time, it wasn't printing exactly what I wanted to see. So I said, not yet. And then price, came into this area, then it went higher. And then again, right here, when it hit this, I was saying to, we wanted to see the reversal. Did it give us the confirmation things that I seek, that gives me confirmation that, yep, it is now? No, it didn't. I said, you gotta wait. We just gotta keep on waiting. And then it gave us this one, and then it gave us this one, and then it gave us this one here, and then this one here. Now, this one, at 958, the super macro that everybody's, glazing like, oh yeah, 950 macro. I know for a fact a lot of people wanted to buy here, especially a lot of, the quote unquote respected guys on Twitter. They wanted to buy this, but hey, you are in my house, you're in my zone, you're in my special PD array, 10 a.m. baby, on the 15-minute. I told you guys yesterday, I like this candle. I like this candle. For what reasons? I ain't gonna tell you, but it is what it is. But I like this candle because everybody wants to talk like they know something. We all watch the same videos, but hey, it is what it is. I'm sorry. Mr. Nice Guy went out the window today because I've seen some things and I realized maybe I'm a little bit too respectful and I'm a little bit too nice. And sometimes you just gotta be real with people, man. It is what it is. Regardless, we got the same move. And right here, we came right outside. Notice that? You see this, flirtation here? Flirting, boom, 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 drop. And then another round. At 1021, you've got some people who tell you, oh, between 1020 and 1030, price is going to do this. And now it's like, oh, it's a high and a lower high, so that's relative equal highs. Well, why didn't it raid then? I remember posting about when liquidity doesn't raid. Mind you, every single candle was being read before it printed. And imagine doing that for over 4 hours. 4 hours on the 1 minute chart, every single candle. Oh my days. Even I've never been so impressed with myself, if I'm being honest with you. So excuse, the excitement. If you're hearing the excitement in my voice, I've never been so impressed with myself because today was, to be fair, today was a difficult day. It was more difficult than the norm. But yeah, it was absolutely smashing. Give me what I want to see. You don't want to give me what I want to see? Patience. What does patience look like? Everybody wants to talk about psychology. What does it look like though? Technically speaking, what does it look like? What does discipline look like? Because the algorithm, there's no psychology in the algorithm. It is going to do exactly what it is coded to do. I digress. But still, we get this move here. And if you notice, there's like a, darker shade of blue here. It was just to annotate the premium. I will. No, it was just, sorry, maybe, no, I do not find the audience distracting. Well, maybe there's so many things that goes on in my mind that I'm like, oh, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about that. But no, like there's like a set thing that I need to focus on in every quote unquote call, if I can put it that way. Because the idea is not to talk about every single thing that's on the chart. It's to talk about the salient things on the chart and then how they deliver around them. I have found that it is one of the most effective ways to, number one, obviously impress the people that are seeking for help, but also to help people understand. And the growth in 2 days, in 2 days, I can guarantee you the growth is way more tremendous than any other group that I've heard. In 2 days. So I know for a fact, give me 6 months, man. These guys are going to be monsters. Because, like I said yesterday, what the space needs is good information. And if you give people good information, we already know ICT stuff works. I don't care what anybody says. They can go debate all they want. It doesn't matter to me. I know what I know. There's no way you're going to give me control and precision and tell me there's anything better. I have not seen it, and until I do, my opinion stands. But anyway, so, we shaded this, little shadow. Remember that? But yeah, premium right there. Dip, and that was that. One last one, but it doesn't even get near. And we started running it lower, man. Lower and lower and lower and lower. And I was saying right here, I think, we were, yes. So I was saying, we're going to take liquidity rate here. But when we take liquidity rate, I was anticipating that we're going to hit the first presented fair value gap. You think it's this one, right? I'm sorry. No, it's not. Not for me. And I'll prove it to you right about now. You see that? Open to the next candle low. Do you guys remember when ICT taught that specific first presented fair value gap? Because you're probably thinking it's this one. Or some people saying, oh, it's this one because it's larger. Okay. To each their own. I know what I need to look for. And that's why you have this right there. We take this low, and then it returns there. And it's like, oh, this is stressful day. Like, this manipulation is heavy because it's printing exactly how manipulation prints. We all like to use these words to describe manipulation, accumulation. Well, what does it look like? Because when I'm trading, I don't speak English, man. I speak candlesticks. I need to be able to see what's going on in real time so I can interpret for my next decision, for the next candle. Anyway, we came back lower, and then we eventually, right here, this was so fast, and the retracement was so quick. I know for sure people were getting chopped up left and right. And at the end of the day, it comes down to the same thing that I'm saying, that I'm talking about, which is about information. And I guess maybe it was easier to navigate, for the others or to understand, because I was just, I was reading it as it was going, as it was printing. And it's like, I want to see this. And if this doesn't give, then it's going to give us this. And if it does give us that, which is the alternative, then this is what it means it's doing. Not one time did I say I was bullish. Not one time. Not one time. I held the position. I was saying, nope, we're bearish. This is what manipulation looks like. And yeah, to be fair, I was making jokes like, I bet you somebody is complaining on Twitter right now and all these kind of things. But not one time. Because number one, we had this. And number two, my darling PDRA controller. It is too strong. Too strong. And I don't care what anybody says. It is just too strong. Even it's too strong for me. There's nothing I can do about it. Once it shows, I'm like, oh, here we go, man. Here we go. It's gonna be a rough day because it's what it does. It's controller for a reason. And the day that I understood it and I found it and I really got what it meant, or the function of that specific type of fair value gap and the qualities around before it and all this kind of things, I was like, okay, cool. Now I respect, these PD. This is why I choose to stick to PD arrays, because a lot of people will be using quadrants or maybe, other things, projections. But how do you know for sure which line? How do you know which, 25% or 50% is activated? You really think it's the fair value gaps? Or it's just the fair value gaps? Okay. Let's keep playing. I know fair value gaps are really, really amazing for, the way ICT taught, the fair value gap when it closes and, through it, it's like now that one is activated, that kind of stuff. But if it was really that simple, everybody would be making money. That's my point. Where was I? Yes, so we had 10:30, so the first hour 9:30 to 10:30, right there. Well, 10:29:59 close, right there. 10:30 opens. Now this is what we have. A second touch to previous day 10 a.m. candle on the 15-minute time frame, and then zoom. First presentation fair value gap. That was when I, so before it came down here, once it hit right here, I moved from 9:30, I moved it to 12, right there. And then I just left it like that. And then it was coming lower, and I was saying, now watch this, watch it, watch what's gonna happen. And it was coming lower, it went right here, touched, came back lower, now it's in discount, came outside, opened, tapped the discount, and then came, took this low, came down into controller, and back above beyond we go. It was beautiful. I was cheesing, to be fair. I was like, yeah, we're cooking now. And then we had, this whole, play again. And I was saying, yeah, like, because, oh yeah, so here's the other thing. I wanted the controller to die. And I was saying, yeah, the controller ain't dying yet. It's too strong. It's too strong. And, we had to go through the first presentation again, rework it so that it can eventually then kill the controller in a sense, right? Boom, low, and now we can go. Look at that. Look at that right there. Coincidence? Or should I make that more visual for you? Coincidence? I don't know about you, but so far so good as it was. And then we had, this right there. This is the last. Did you guys find out the name? Whoever took the homework upon themselves to figure out the name of the homework from yesterday. Yeah, homework. The name of the name of the PD array from yesterday. It was the same thing here, the same exact thing. But anyway, there's this one right there. Hit right there, back to controller, and then lower it goes. Liquidity raid, right there. Back to controller. I'm telling you, you literally could not make this up. It was that good. It really was that good. Come back in, back to controller. Again here, back to controller. And then boom, back to 10 a.m. yesterday. And, that's it. Look at that. 10 a.m. from yesterday. Boom, boom. Actually, what was this range? I can't remember what it was. Let me see. Fair value gap chain, couldn't find out. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that was deleted. But yeah, so basically this is what we have so far, so good. And 2 minutes to silver bullet. So yeah, I just thought I'd share, that with you, that when I'm showing it to you now, when I sent the screenshot to the Cap Jones account, well, you know, my Cap Jones account on Twitter, some of you will be thinking, yeah, he's posting something that already happened. It's like, okay, cool. That's what you think. But this was being directed as it was printing. It was almost like I was the one creating it. That's the major difference. That's what we need to, this man says, FVG chain stack for 3 consecutive, yeah, couldn't find any reference. Oh, okay. But yeah, like, when I'm saying so here's the other thing that you people need to understand. And I'm really, really hoping this paints the accurate picture that I'm really, really trying to impress upon you. There's a difference between somebody looking at, when you're back testing because you're learning, that's a stage. It is a healthy stage. It is a healthy thing to do. Take advantage of hindsight and do not let anyone make you feel like, you know, oh, hindsight, you know, they try to make it sound like, oh, if you don't study with hindsight, like how else are you supposed to understand? There's that. There's also teaching people with hindsight charts. It is also healthy because then you get to explain things that repeat all the time. Not 80% of the time, I mean all the time. It's either 100% controlled or it's not. And this is what I'm preaching. And this is why they don't like Cap Jones. Because he goes around talking about 100%, 100%. And because the truth is they don't know how to do it in real time. ICT, he did it all the way from 2022, live streams, 2023, live streams, 2024, live streams, 2025, now 2026. They're still watching the same live streams and they're still telling you, oh, well, don't expect to be able to do it like he can. Then what's the point? The man is wasting his time. It's absolutely ridiculous to think that you cannot grow to become like your teacher. Maybe it is because these guys don't really study. A lot of them, the truth is, they stop watching videos. They never really learned. Or, you know, they watch the videos and, you know, just, oh yeah, I'm just gonna stop right here because they thought, yeah, I gotta figure it out. I am of the opinion that if you are learning something, if you are learning, sorry, I'm gonna go to live price action. If you are learning from anyone, no matter who it is, if you don't have an independent mindset, you will never become. You will never become. It's not gonna happen. The reason is, I'll give you a great example. ICT says, for example, that find your model, find what PD array resonates with you, run with that, and once you're comfortable with that, you know, graduate yourself and leave and stop watching videos. But for me, I'm like, I know for a fact he is not using just the one thing. I know that for a fact. There's no way I'd be able to do it the way that I do if I was relying on just fair value gaps. I know for a fact there's a type of logic that he's applying in real time to have the confidence, that high probability, you know, sense that this is what's going to happen next. That sense that price has printed this, I want to see this next. And then price gives him that thing next, like he's the one created it. So I just imitate. But I never ever accepted that as my threshold. I never did. And I'm grateful to God that I never did. Because he pushed me, it encouraged me. That type of mentality encouraged me to want to learn more from him. And eventually I was able to learn certain things. And then I was able to then, you know, preach about them, and then he would come and confirm them. And I'm like, okay, so I'm not crazy then. Because a lot of people talk about things that they think ICT doesn't want to teach. And then he says something that is completely, totally opposite to that. And it goes to show it's because they don't understand the framework. But if you understand his framework, you'll be able to see the things that he's like, oh yeah, you know, see that? Yeah, that's a PD array, but it never tells you the name. Like, yeah, go study it. Like, there are things that you will see and find for yourself. He says things like that. I'm pretty sure y'all will agree. But anyway, so the point that I'm trying to make is have an independent mind, and you will be able to see certain things. But it's interesting that I was able to draw this to 12, to 12 noon, and if you understand what's going on here, the things that he says about between 11 and 12 London close, it was just beautiful. I mean, if you look at that, it's almost like it's pivoting against and back. Like when I was saying price is going to come lower and it was doing this, I was trying to instill confidence, like, don't worry, like, you just it's manipulation. This is what manipulation looks like. They're going to paint, especially people who are looking at charts on the 1 minute, they're going to paint it in such a way. It's like, oh, look at this big huge candle on the 1 minute. Boom. Oh, it's going for equal highs. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because there are PD arrays in here. All the way in here, if I can. The PD arrays all the way in this circle that dictate that this is not going anywhere. And then when this candle opened, the 1022, so that you guys can see a little bit better. When this 1022 opened and it gave you fair value gap, I guarantee a lot of people are like, oh, that fair value gap, yeah, this is bullish, it's going up here. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not going anywhere. And I had that confidence, like, nope, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. Why? Because there are things that are going on in here that dictate it's not happening. And look at the way they were printing this candle. Look at the way it was delivering. Like, oh, it's weak, it's like, you had this one, then you had this one, then you had this one, and then you had this one. Ooh, this candle touched this open. That must be a bullish order block. This candle then opened, now it's going higher. Oh, it's definitely an order block because it's a green candle at the time. No, it's not. Because there are things in here that will tell you this is what manipulation looks like in real time. I can explain it now to you, free YouTube live stream in hindsight. But I had to be doing this in the live stream on Discord. I had to be doing it live. I didn't know what was going to happen next. I mean, I didn't see what was going to happen next. But I'm like, yeah, like this is just what manipulation. I've seen this a million times. And boom, 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 boom. PD arrays all over the place. Fair value gaps ain't, they ain't showing up. The fair value gaps are not even looking like fair value gaps. It was beautiful. So yes, I'm really excited. I'm really excited. So I say all that to say that things are looking good. Algowick is going very well, way better than I anticipated, if I'm being honest with you. Today's price action was, quote unquote, almost challenging. But when you have PD arrays like this one that guide you, what do you have to fear? You have nothing to fear. God is the controller. God is the controller. He controls all things. He controls time. He controls money. He controls everything. Nothing in this world functions without his permission. And if you can implement that same logic to price, maybe you'll see something. Maybe. Explain us the reason, bro. What do you want me to explain? If you can, what reason? I don't know what exactly is the reason. If you can help me understand, Vanch, please. But yeah, so anyway, here we are right now. We are back in the 10 a.m. range from yesterday, Tuesday. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I am really excited about this range. Like, it's only more important. I told you yesterday, was it yesterday or the other day? I told you the other day, whatever day it was, to pay attention. Pay attention to that candle. I like that candle. There are certain price action, I don't know, call it candles, call it, price delivery, prints, call it what you want. But there are certain things in the charts that holds price. It just does. It just holds price. If you were the market maker, you would do it the exact same way. Think of the analogy. I think I've given this. I've given this analogy before. If you were a shopkeeper and you want to sell, let's say, a candle or candles, you want to sell it at, let's say, $10 or 10 euros. Well, there's a particular price that you're going to try and keep it at because you understand supply and demand in a sense. If people want to buy it, like if they really, really want to buy it, then it allows you to increase the price a little bit because you got to take advantage of the demand. But what if nobody wants it? Then you have to instigate a discount price. You have to go into sales mode or, sale. You have to do a sale so you can drag them in. This is where the supply and demand community, they probably think, what? He's talking supply and demand. It's a logic. It's a logic. It's like, it's the same thing. Now, imagine you're the market maker. It's not buying and selling pressure as we've been taught. And it's a fact. It's not, because if it was, then are you trying to tell me that I'm the one dictating where everybody's going to buy and sell at what time and what's the right place to pivot and then return and then again? No. So somebody's doing something. You don't need to know his name. You just need to understand how they function. But regardless, what's really going on is it is being controlled totally algorithmically. It is being controlled. And if it is being controlled, there has to be telltale signs. There has to be telltale signs of what is going on. These are just candles to some. But right here, for some people, it's a storybook. For some people, it is literally like reading code. Like all these software developers, the data scientists, for some of them, it is like reading code. And I know for a fact there's a code to this, just as we've been taught. We all watch the same videos, so. But yeah, it is unbelievable that the people who are supposed to be helping others, they try to cap your growth. They put a ceiling on your growth. They tell you, oh, you don't need to watch ICT videos. Oh, you don't need to do this. You don't need to pay attention to that. Oh, don't listen to that guy. Don't listen to this guy. They try to put a ceiling on your growth. And no matter what it is, no matter what's going on, the truth is you're either competent or you're going to be the devil's handyman. That's just the truth. There are other people who do not want success for you because success for you intimidates them. It intimidates them when you come out, out of nowhere and you start saying, yes, you know what? There's something that controls the markets 100% and I know what it looks like. And you don't. And I know you don't because the things that you talk about are absolutely nonsense. They're false. There are people who want to use 50 indicators, 30, 25, 10. Indicators everywhere. Look at my charts. Do you see indicators anywhere? Do you see any indicators here on the left? No, you do not. When ICT is doing, do you see indicators? I mean, I don't know. But he doesn't use indicators. He talks about, high tech versus high touch. I'm like, okay, well, if that's my mentor, and he's supposed to be the best trader that I know, then I should imitate him. at least if I'm not like him, I can get closer. I can be better than where I'm at. But no, they would tell you, oh no, you know what, come use my indicator and my indicators. It's like, what? You're telling me their indicator is the all and be all? And then when you use it, it doesn't work in your hands. And then you tell them, oh, you know, this thing doesn't work. Can you help me understand? And they'll be like, oh yeah, but you know, at the end of the day, like you're not meant to be performing at 100%. Okay, so when, you know, where is the sweet spot? Where, you know, what's the percentage that I'm supposed to be functioning at? They'll tell, oh, you know, maybe if you're doing 50%, you're okay. Oh, I made this so amount of money by doing 30%. Are you dumb? Are you serious? You think you're a hedge fund? I dare you to try and perform at 50% without, you know, without serious capital. I dare you. It's not gonna happen, folks. Like, and the people that I think that I'm talking to, we're not millionaires, guys. We're not millionaires. Are you a millionaire? If you're a millionaire in the chat, please, you know, throw a thumbs up or something. Like, please. I'd like to get to know you privately. But I don't think we're millionaires. I think we're all just trying to figure out a way to be able to successfully navigate these markets. Yeah, Meva, not me either. You know, I'm trying to get there. I mean, they tell you, oh yeah, you know, don't do mentorship. It's like, okay, so you think that I came to the financial markets because of the opinions of people who don't even have pictures on their own personal account? You're listening to the wrong people, folks. Listening to the wrong people. You need to let them go. And you need to start listening to the right things. You need to go back to the drawing board. I was not on Twitter. I was not on Twitter until what, 20? I can't remember. But it was when ICT started talking about Twitter, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you know, follow me on Twitter because he's posting things on there." So a lot of us, probably, you know, some of you, if not most of you in here, you went on Twitter just to follow him, just so you could see what he's saying, because you were in learning mode. That's what it's like when you know you found something. You know you found someone who is now, who talks about certain things that you know when you apply it to your own charts. Nobody else can convince you otherwise. Nobody else can. Nobody else can convince me otherwise. I'll tell you that right now. But anyway, yeah, I'm really grateful to God. I'm really grateful for, you know, what's happening, and I think this, you know, Algowick thing is gonna work. I really like, it's gonna work. It's gonna work so well. A lot of people are gonna be helped, and I think it's gonna be transforming. It's gonna transform it. I can see it happen. Yesterday was the first day, so you know, it was cool. But today, especially with the difficult price action, and just the way I was able to, it's almost like I saw it, you know. Ever say, just curious, what are you trying to improve in your trading? Very good question. So for me, what I'm trying to improve right now is how to know which specific time candle on the 1 minute, you know, like all this nerdy stuff. Obviously, you know, it's almost impossible, but I have found some ways. You know, I can do it on higher time frames, on certain higher time frames. But on the 1 minute, because there's so many candles, it's almost like you get overwhelmed and you miss certain things. So that's why I lean back on PD arrays. The PD arrays, it sorts out, the PD arrays sort out that problem for me. And apart from that, the other thing that I'm trying to improve right now is this sense of professionalism. I think I got too confident, and the hustle is not there like it used to be, if I'm being honest with you. Like, you know what I mean by the hustle? Like, you reach a certain level of excellence and then you plateau. You plateau because it's almost like, you know, whenever I say, for example, I'll give you a good example to maybe help you understand. Whenever ICT posts videos now, a lot of the videos, if not almost all of them, like especially, you know, like in the last, let's say 6 months, a year or something, I haven't really learned anything new, because a lot of it has either been alluded to before in the charter mentorship, or it's things that you glean to, you know, like for yourself, you understand, you know, within yourself. You experimented on your charts and the charts don't lie. Starts, you know, you start seeing these things, you start connecting it. All because you're using the framework. But at the same time, oh, I didn't have my camera on. Let me put my, hold on one second. Let me turn on the light. Sorry about that. You know, everything live, everything live. Okay, where's the camera? Voila! Cappuccino Jones. Guess what? I got a haircut today. How do I look? Highlight the, Usman said, highlight the 5:20 a.m. candle like you mentioned a long time back. It was nice today. Okay, thank you, Usman. Let us, if I can get rid of this thing, 5:20. 5:20 on the 5-minute chart, right? 5:20, 5-minute charts. Where is it? You know, some secret sauce. Oof. Look at that. Boom. Boom. Ain't that beautiful? A nice bullish order block right there. Dip, bodies left, dip, dip, gone. And once it went, man. Once it went, and it was gone. Absolutely beautiful. I want a taste. Nez954 said, I want a taste of that charter member. Yeah, man, you ain't getting that charter member sauce in Nando's, I'll tell you that. It ain't Nando's, man. You know what I mean? That sauce is salty. It's salty and full of blood. Blood, sweat, and tears, you feel me? Yeah, that salt is too good, man. It's too good. I mean, I am definitely not ICT, but, you know, I talk about things and they seem to work out. So the charts back me up, and I'm appreciative of that. What was I saying? I can't remember where I was. 5:20, yeah, I already showed that. Just, yeah, so basically the things that I'm trying to improve is, yes, about excellence. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, so I've reached a level of excellence, and this is not a humble brag. I post about these things. I talk about them in different. I talked about them in different spaces. I tried my best to articulate it in such a way where people would be inspired to go study. People would be prompted to go, you know, hit the quote-unquote trading gym, and, you know, like make it work for themselves. And now I'm in a place where people want more time. And if you want more of my time, time is precious, folks. Do not, please, do not let anyone lie to you. Nothing is for free. Nothing is for free. Somebody is paying the cost. If it ain't you, somebody else is paying the cost. But nothing is for free. And if you are a trader and you say you want to function in the financial markets and you don't have this core understanding, you're wasting your time. I'm not trying to make anyone feel, you know, some type of way, but you are wasting your time. You came into this trading world because most likely you worked a job, or you're working a job, or you're even unemployed, and you're looking at your future. Sorry, hold on. You're looking at your future, and you're thinking to yourself, how am I going to make life happen? Right? How is life going to turn out for me? If I don't do the right things, if I don't take a risk, I've got nothing to lose. If you don't, a lot of people are struggling right now. In fact, it's one of the things that I want to make content about the coming suffering that people are going to face. And I'm telling you, a lot of people are going to run to AI and think, oh, they can just, AI is going to help them be more employable. And the other thing is they're going to run back to crypto when, the crypto noise, starts revving up again. They're going to be taking, retail, stupid risks, okay, with crypto, and just, dropping anything instead of actually functioning with intelligence in the crypto space. I'm not saying don't be in crypto. I'm not like that. I don't share that opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, there's so many people that have been successful from it. And at the end of the day, it is your business. You got to be of an independent mind. And because of that, people are going to be taking risks again because they're going to be desperate. Just like we all are. We all were. I know I was desperate, to succeed, to make something of myself in life. But I didn't have the means. So I had to take a risk. You're either going to invest time into yourself or you're going to invest money into yourself. But either way, something is going to be spent. And that's just the truth about being a trader. And, the things that I have, in mind, for, this revelation is basically people are going to be so desperate because times are going to be rough. You wait till the next recession, or you wait till the next, when the real panic. You think, the 2020 was stressful for some people. Wait till the next one. Remember, we're 6 years out. It's coming soon. Look at the markets right now. Do some fundamental analysis. Just take a look. It's coming, folks. It is coming. And that's when a lot of people are going to be looking for somebody who is good at trading, who can help me, who can teach me how to trade, who can give me the right information. So please, equip yourself now so that you can actually help other people in the future. But at the same time, you've got to value yourself. You got to value your time. How do you expect someone to go through something, for 10 years, struggling, trying to decipher, trying to understand, trying to look and search, and nobody around to help? And then you expect them to just do it for free? Even the guy doing it for free now, don't forget, maybe the things apply to you. It doesn't apply to me because I paid. There you go. I can say that with the biggest chest. I paid. I'm a paid member. It doesn't apply to me because you don't get to, you don't get to benefit from something that you're disdaining. It's not. There's something not, not cool about it, or at least, not. It just doesn't apply. It's not universal. Let me put it that way. I don't want to say, I don't want to misspeak because I totally understand the sentiment. But nobody's time is free because he suffered as well, folks. And he came to a place where he's like, I want to help people. I genuinely want to help people. But nobody's going to pay your rent, folks. Nobody's going to pay for your time, for your wisdom, your understanding, the things that you strived for. Nobody's going to pay for, you sitting right here in front of the charts and trying to help people, post. It ain't happening, folks. It ain't happening. So we need to start getting real and realistic, especially as young men in this generation. Nothing is for free. You got to learn to, face the real world. because somebody's get. If you're working a good job right now, and you have a pension, have you ever considered to find out who is the human being specifically allocating your pension or investing your pension for you? Have you ever thought to go find out the specific person? Who is the person handling my account? And a lot of people just, oh yeah, I do my pension, my company, they put in, what's it called? Where if you put in a certain amount of money, then, they put the same amount or whatever. It's like, it ain't happening, folks. You have to be in charge of your own money. And you're not doing that without, 401k match. Thank you very much. It's like, they're going to match it. And then at the end of, and you're going to work for 30, 40 years. And then at the end of the day, you're going to be looking at it like, is this all I did with my life? Anyway, would you look at that, huh? Hindsight. Or you hindsight police. Come at me, man. Come at me. Let's go. Come at me. Let's have it. Let's have it. Let's have it. Come at me, man. Look at price right now. Look at price. Huh? We're talking about inefficiencies. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this right now. Oh, boy. Look at that. Fair value gap. Fair value gap. Ooh. Spike, 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 spike. A little bit of body. Spike. Come back in. Boom. Right there. Resistance. Look at that. Huh? Look at that. Inefficiencies everywhere. Everywhere. Pre-posted. Fair value gap. Activate, boom, higher, come back in, fair value gap, boom, 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 bang, door, drop. I told you. Here's the thing. Look at my face, yeah. Look at my face, y'all. Look into my eyes. I told you. I told you guys, man. Y'all think I was joking. Inefficiencies all day, every day. Monday to Friday, baby. 7 a.m. to 12 noon. Let's get it. Let's get it. Imagine that. 5 hours, Monday to Friday, is 25. And then you get an extra 3 hours on Sundays. 28 hours. And you expect that to be for free? At some point, you have to start thinking, people who want things for free, are they the abusers? We need to get real, folks. Let's live in the real world. Let us live in the real world. Who is abusing who? The people charging you? Giving you a service or providing a service? And some of them don't even to be honest, most of them don't do a good job. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. It's the industry. But use your brain. Assess, qualify before you invest, or before you pay someone. Use your brain. Assess correctly. Is this the line that I need to go? Is this a trusted path? Or is this just somebody who's just trying to, make a quick buck? Because if they're trying to make a quick buck, you will know. You will know. Do you know how hard and how tedious it is for someone to be reading the 1 minute candle, 1 minute chart for 4 hours, 4 hours and 40 minutes, 4 hours and 40 minutes? And if it was a full room, then, oh my dear, I know it is going to be 5 hours right a full 5 hours, folks. When it's a full room, because everybody's got to be served. Everybody's got to be served. 1 minute chart, 5 hours or 4 hours. Could you do that? Even for yourself? We're talking serious games. Some people are dedicated to this game because trading is what we do. This is what we do for a living. We do this for a living. Like, this is not a game. This is not a hobby. This is not something that, I trade, but really my main thing is, or I trade, but, I do this. Or it's like, oh, I don't believe in that. I don't want to be a professional. I just want to be able to dabble around and make a bid here. It's like, okay, cool. Like, everybody to each their own. But please don't compare to people who have sold their lives to this game. Just don't do it. Like, some of us are real traders. Real. This is what we do for a living. If you don't activate in the day, the rent don't get paid. And if the rent don't get paid, where do the screens go? I got 6 of them. Some people want to, tweedly do on their phone, and it's like, great. I can do both. How about that? I know you guys know what I'm talking about. It's like, you want to be a professional. Why don't you go to Wall Street and then tell them like, oh yeah, I'm a professional. I consider myself a professional, and I just run it on the phone. Like, get real. This is a career. You're either real about it or you're not. And whoever you follow, and you follow how they do it, you're going to become of that spirit. So you tell me, do you want the spirit of a professional, or do you want somebody who's just like, I'm telling you, man, I've been telling people for time. Some of these guys, they are not real. They're not about it. They make it sound like, because I guess their marketing is good, to be fair. I give them that respect. But they're not real traders. Trading is not who they are. Like, trader is not who they are. Trading is not what they do. But for some of us, it's like, you can't get a job. You need to make money. You need success. And you have huge ambitions. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do when all these things are things that you've got to make it happen for yourself, because you have these qualities, these traits about you? You got to get real. Anyway, I guess that was some sort of a space type of thing, wasn't it? Anybody left in here? Who's still in here? Like and subscribe, please. Anybody still in here? Let's see in the chat. Who's. Let me see who's in the room still. Maybe some people got tuned off from the sermon. Mr. Preacher. Oh. Usman is here. Jonathan is here. It looks like it's just you two guys. Hey, what's up, Brandon? My man, BC, hey? Let me tell you guys about Brandon. So last year, a gentleman DM'd me. Hey, Meva, glad you're still here. A gentleman DM'd me last year, and he heard some of the things that I heard, that I said in the spaces, and he was intrigued. But the first thing he said was, "You're the first person who spoke in such a way that I believe these things." I didn't know exactly how, but I always thought, I thought you were right, because not everybody thought that. And yeah, ever since we got talking, I'm telling you now, you guys need to give a proper shout out and just say thank you, BZ4280. Why is your name Be Easy? Oh, Be Easy. I just got it. Be easy. Oh, okay. My bad, bro. Wow, very good. I like it. Be easy. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, you guys really need to thank him. He's like a big bro to me. You know, huge respect, man. Huge, huge. You guys definitely need to thank him. Like, you know, a lot of, you know, some of these things are because of his inspiration. So thank you, bro. Appreciate you. But yeah, so let's get down to charts. Enough preaching and appreciating. There's 4 people here. Um, where are we? Hey, Nez. Nez, do you follow me on Twitter? I'm not. I'm trying to figure out who's who here. Like I think I know who Usman is. Be easy. Um, I'm trying to figure out who is who. But anyway, yeah. So you know, just looking at the charts right now, we're still hanging around the 10 a.m. range. We're hanging around, you know, this specific, you know, this high. I like this high. You know, this low. You know, this. Excuse me, kind of bourbon. I like this. Actually, this is ICT's. What's it called? Inversion. I mean, there are things in this area that help you understand what prices would have done. But let me. You can tell how vague I am, right? I have to be. It's only fair, but not too vague. But you know. So we got an inversion here. 1, 2, 3. You take the last one, extend it across, low, lower low, gone. Liquidity raid, liquidity raid, liquidity raid into this rejection block here. I want to show you guys something. It is not profound, okay? It is not my original idea, but I just kind of thought it's a good reminder. If you do this and you go down to settings, so you right click, you go down to settings, you see the wick, so you see symbol, you're gonna have, you know, whatever colors you have on your chart, it doesn't matter, and you click that wick. You guys see this? The wicks are gone. So whatever you're getting here on your current candle, you see that right there? I'm gonna leave this for a while. See the pause? You see the jump? It is because price, notice that? So there's a wick there. A way to figure this out is have 2 charts. Okay, look at me. As you can see me with the hands, is to have 2 charts, one on the left, one on the left, one on the right. Turn one off with the wicks on the same time frame, like say the 1 minute chart. Turn one off and turn the other one, you know, like leave it on, just so you can see the difference. Don't click, like I'll show you. Don't click apply to all. Don't do that, because then it's going to change the whole thing, I think. But yeah, just, you know, leave it at that, and then study the wicks versus the body. Stay focused on that, on the, you know, current price action. It'll reveal so much to you. I'm being honest with you, it would change a lot. Like, it's superb. Again, it's not my idea. It's not profound. but it's something you can take advantage of. When I turn back the wicks on, when I took, the wick, you see that? Fair value gap. And just that revelation alone is a gift for this space, for you guys who stayed long, and the gem is kind of tucked in, tucked in, like kind of like ICT, right? You see that? Right there. And I'm going to turn it back off again. Do you guys understand what I'm talking about? Give me a feedback. You see that? It doesn't look like it, does it? The quote-unquote fair value gap. But when you turn it back on, you see it? Huge advantage in there. So do the back testing yourself, put in the work for yourself, and take advantage of the information whatever way, shape, or form you wish. I thought I'd talk about that because it came to mind. So we have this high, we have this BC here, there. I'd like this to be a breakaway gap. A breakaway gap, this being a breakaway gap, takes this high. It takes this high. So you wanna pay attention to, so we got about, if you look at it, we got about 36, 34, 33, and right there, it is not a breakaway gap. It is not. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you again what I'm talking about. You see what I'm talking about? Would you consider that a breakaway gap? Like currently speaking, right now? Would you consider that a breakaway gap? I'm going to turn it back on, and then you're going to see what I'm talking about. You see that? There's so much information that you get with what I just showed you. I genuinely probably, maybe, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have, but the cat's out of the bag, I guess. But I probably shouldn't have. Maybe that's what I'll actually talk about tomorrow in the private on Discord. Like I'll expound more on why. It's in the name, folks. Algowick. You get me? When I figured this thing out about all these different types of inefficiencies, it changed the whole world for me. Changed so much for me. Remember, high, 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 high. What time is it actually? Almost, what's it called? Macro, almost macro. Ooh, that's not encouraging. You want to see a BISI here. So say we're bullish, for example. You want to see a BISI here. If you're bullish. All right. Where's the 5-minute time frame? Oh, actually, I didn't look at that. If we do the same thing, by the way, this is just a, it's like, oh, price is consolidating. Price is consolidating. It's like, okay, it's consolidating bearish order block, a wickless bearish order block in there. Let me show you something. You probably know what I'm about to do, right? Oh no, actually, sorry. It should be the main one there. The original. What's that close? What's that open? 2948. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah. So close is 2940.0850. And the open of this candle is 2940, like you're looking here on the 5-minute chart, 2940.850. 2940.875. Interesting stuff, right? I know. Switch it back on. Man. Wickless stuff, man. Wickless, baby. Come on. You want to see a fair value gap in there? That's what you want to see, baby. You want to see a fair value gap? So this is candle 2 in about 20 seconds. 19, 18. If, gee, can you guys hear the motorbikes around here? Yeah, so we got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Don't touch. Damn it. Damn it, it touched. Hi, Solo Dolo 1, 2, 3. Solo Dolo. ICT. I'm not sure what you mean, but yeah, he's the GOAT. So we have something here. It's like they're cooking this thing up, man. So here's the funny thing, right? In the live, this is exactly what I wanted to see. Like, this is what it was like. It was just manipulating. It was manipulating everywhere. It's like, if I want price to do this, then it's going to do that. Otherwise, you hold your powder. That's what discipline looks like. But there are so many other things. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What PD array is this going to give us? Right there. See that low? What PD array is that? Let me put a line right there, because they'll tell you, oh, hindsight. Like choking on their own vomit. What PD array is that, folks? What PD array is here? Let me show you some. Because before they tell you, oh, you know, it was predicting a fair value gap, but it didn't print a fair value gap. Can you dig it, sucker? Can you dig it, sucker? Man, how about that for hindsight, baby? We are predicting things. Boom. Does that look like a fair value gap to you now? So we have that low. What PD array is that? Did it take that high or no? Did it take that high or no? All right then. Hindsight, eh? Can you listen? I'm telling you, man. So there I was predicting 3 PD arrays, okay? 3 PD arrays in there. There are 3 PD arrays that I predicted there. 1 wickless fair value gap and 2 other inefficiencies. There you go. Go do your homework. You go do your homework. And we do this candle by candle. So, you know, try and imagine what that's like for 4 hours. It is exhausting, to be fair, but, you know, it is what it is. You know, I know Brandon is looking at that one right now. I know you see it, bro. I know you know what's up. They can't dig it, man. What's that high? On the 5-minute, it's 42525. That high is 424. Yeah, 42450. All right. How's that? So here's the trick. If you're able to predict PD arrays, it allows you to then anticipate what's next in terms of liquidity rate. It's going to give you this and then turn around, all these kind of things. But regardless, it's inefficiency, liquidity, inefficiency. You see the point? When ICT said it's liquidities and inefficiencies, liquidity, inefficiency, he wasn't lying. He genuinely was telling us the truth. There's a sequence, and once you know what the sequence is, you can literally you can be rambling on a live stream like this, and then you just look at price, you'll be like, oh, I see what it wants to do. I want to see a fair value gap. It didn't give me a fair value gap, but it did give me an inefficiency, because it's all about the speed of delivery. Some people think that speed of delivery, the concept, when I posted about speed of delivery, they thought it's about how fast price moves to a price point. No, that's not the only thing. The original meaning of speed of delivery is how fast does the PD array form. It is the speed that the PD array is forming. If it is too slow, it's going to give you something else. It's still the same function, but it is giving you something else. That's the trick. That's the trick, baby. It is giving you something else. It is not about, like right now, price is trash. Price is trash. There's so many things in here. So many things in here. Way too many. Like in what? So let's say 2:49 p.m. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In these 7 candles, so many things in there. Multiple PD arrays in there. Oh, but there's no fair value gap though. Okay. Yeah, you keep waiting on that. But price is trash. Yes, price is trash right there. Like, what do you want to do with that? 20 handles, up and down. You can scalp it if you want to scalp it. But how do you know to stay in control? How do you know to stay in control? To know what's going on? AKA when an array will be inverted and how to predict it based on how it's formed. In other words, simply put, how do you stay in control? You've got to have the ability to be able to read what's going on, and so you can stay in control. Because once you stay in control, you can be like, oh yeah, I think price is going to take this high, and then it's going to possibly take this high, but it didn't. Oh, so Cap got it wrong. No, he didn't. It's because he took this one, and then depending on what forms in here, remember I was saying if I get a fair value gap there, it's going to take this high. Bingo. It's going to take this high. It did give me my inefficiency. It did take the high. Then it went into another inefficiency and then turned. Bingo. That's how you do it. Now, obviously, on the 1 minute, it's printing just like that. But what if you could get things like this formed, this exact same formation, or when these, when the candles deliver like, when they deliver like this, and what if you're doing it on, say, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, 6 hour, 5 hour, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hour, whatever time frame you like, 13 hour. What if you get these type of things? Now on those time frames you get a bigger range. But what it helps you to be able to do, it helps you know what the next candle is going to do. So you tell me now, if you're looking at a 3-hour chart, for example, you're telling me that in the next 3 hours, let's say one of these candles is 3 hours, you're telling me that I can already know, anticipating the next candle's range. And depending on the range, I can then go on, let's say the likes of the 1 minute, and I can make some decisions in there to be able to, boom, in that 3-hour time, in the time range, not time frame, time range. That's how you do it. Man, I get too excited. I'm like all over the place. I'm telling you. But hopefully, this is helping some people. Hopefully you're inspired. Now they gave you high and higher high. So, this is ICT's baby right here. He loves these kinds of, he loves these kinds of things. Like, he just loves them. He really does, doesn't he? But anyway, it is 10. It is, I'm wondering, should I stay longer, or should we cut it here? What do you guys think? Should we do till 3:30? Come on, give me feedback. Oh, by the way, please like and subscribe. You know how it goes. The algorithm is doing what the algorithm will do. The YouTube algorithm. It's all about algorithms. And yeah, like and subscribe. It really does help me, especially as a small, tiny content creator. Trying to give out some good messaging. It's all about spreading the good gospel. The trading gospel, right? Yeah, so do like, do subscribe, and come on now, make me look good. Just go in 1 minute. Oh, let's put it back for you. ICT loves them. Weren't we just talking about things that are loved and beyond? Huh? So random, never. Mr. Tadesse. So random. Honestly, all along is so random. Every time. You want to see the magic again? Let's do the magic again. Where are the fair value gaps? The hidden stuff. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. If I get a fair value gap, it will take the high, and it will take the high. Man. Oh, Lord, I thank you. I genuinely do. I'm so appreciative. What am I trying to do? Yeah, put the wick back on. Algowick. If you take out the wick, what do you get? You get algo. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Yeah, ridiculous joke. But you get the point. If you put the wick back on, you get algo wick. Wow. Wow. What a name, man. That's genius. Genius. Anyway, so we have that. We have that right there. And what's that? I think some people love these types of order blocks. And we're back within. Price is trash, but we're still doing it though. We're still doing it. I'm like all over the place, but you get to a point where you can just randomly see something. It's like, oh, I see what's going on here. While price is coming lower, oh yeah, it's gonna drop. It's like, where's it dropping to? Huh? This ain't dropping like it's hot. Drop it like no, it ain't that. It's like, no, it's coming down for discount so it can go higher to now take liquidity inefficiency. Huh? You get it? Yeah. Yeah. But price is trash though. Price is trash. Yeah, man. Let me talk about something else. Let's do a different market. Who wants to give me a different market to go to? Because I know we do. We all like and enjoy NASDAQ. I love NASDAQ because of the volatility. But is there a different market you'd like to have a look at? We can do some, I don't know, analysis or something. Somebody, throw out a market in the chat. In the chat. What? What? Cocoa. What in the world? What is the watch out? Cocoa. Oh my days. Actually, I think I do have it actually. Cocoa, you know. Where is it? Yeah, there you go. Oh, you thought you thought I didn't do it, eh? You thought I'm not aware, huh? You thought, oh, we loaded up an Algowick, baby. Algowick always ready. Coco. Gee, that was so off guard. Oh man. Imagine I didn't have all these loaded up, eh? Coco, out of nowhere. Gee, let's check out 15 minutes. Man, that caught me off guard though. Okay, so actually no, let's do daily. Daily. Wow, that is wild. Damn, Phoenix. That is mad. Coco been doing cocoa things, man. Gee, cocoa butter. How much is cocoa butter? I need to go to the shops, baby. Let's check out this suspension block, shall we? Ooh, that's pretty close, eh? 50%. We have Coco doing Coco things and rally into this, CB, into this. It looks to me like, they like, there's liquidity there, right? Right, Phoenix? And if you go on the 4-hour, which I hardly look at because I like 1 hour. So here's the funny thing, right? Opens at 4:30, 5:30. This is like this is insane, man. Wow, Coco has been bullish. Thank you, Phoenix. That was a great suggestion. Let's go to 15-minute. Mr. Bellwether. Bellwether. I want to show you guys something. You guys notice the opening times on this market? Like, I know I'm looking at it on Pepperstone, but 4:45 New York time. It's interesting, right? Zoom, boom. Ain't nothing changed but the name on the mail. 50%, boom. 50%, almost, dang. Coco. All right, let's go to crude oil. Where's crude oil? Crude oil, crude oil, crude oil. No, this is a previous contract actually. I'm gonna use the continuous. Okay. Daily. Crude oil, Usman. Usman, my brother. You seeing what I'm saying about crude oil? There are things that are being portrayed in here. Just simple lines, Tap, tap, boom. Right there, boom. Range, boom. This is from March. This is fourth quarter activities. If you get this fair value gap, actually, I want to show you guys something. Should I? No, it's not fair. It wouldn't be fair. Anyway, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm not trying to tease, but it just wouldn't be fair. But yeah, so we've come back into a implied range. All right. So I implied a range when we were talking about. I implied a range when they were talking about what's it called? The wars and rumors of wars, things to come. And here we are. Consolidation, coming down. Let's go into the 1 hour and see how oil is doing today. I actually didn't look at oil at all today. Life isn't fair. Yeah, life ain't fair, man. I'm trying to see what the lag is on here, because it seems to me like I don't know what the lag is, like how far back. I need to do a test actually. But anyway, here we are on oil. Oil has been rallying. We have a bit of fair value gap in there. Screw, bang, come in, gone. We have this inversion there, came back in here into this wicks, into this fair value gap. Oil, huh? Let me look at the 4 hours, see if I can get better data. Hi. Do you think oil might be going higher there? Do you think it might come back into this fair value gap there on the 4 hour? Here's something you can do for free. There you go. You know, we're calling two sides. There you go. There's your range. One of them is going to be hit. Wow, genius. Oh man. Okay, so 10 past 3. Let me go to. I haven't even looked at forex. Hindsight, I kind of. I'm telling you. Oh, actually, here's a freebie. I'm going to show you guys my navigation screen. So these 6 markets are the 6 markets I monitor. Yep, put enough stuff on there, it's going to hit some, that's for sure. That's how they do it. Something's bound to hit, up and down. They give you 2 scenarios, scenario A, scenario B, and they're genius, you know what I mean? Give you 82%. Anyway, yeah, so what I'm saying is these charts, like this screen, never changes. It has not changed in 3 years. This specific chart. This is the navigator, my navigation chart. These 6 markets is how I know to be able to look at the Dixie without actually looking at the Dixie. This is a bit of like a technical fundamental, if you want to call it that. These 6 markets tells me what's going on in the Dixie without looking at the dollar index at all. You don't have to. There's a relationship between each asset, in terms of, risk on, risk off, productivity, FOMC, a bit of, yada yada yada. That's that. And then you've got obviously you've got NASDAQ. Well, you've got the United States stocks market, the 4 markets. These don't change either. And then you've got these, and these. Stocks, ETFs, the investing side of things. And that, but yeah, my navigator screen never ever changes. Depending on, what is risk on, risk off, you can get a vibe. You get it? Vibe traders. Man, I'm so witty today, man. So witty. But yeah, there you go. I need to fix the oats. Anybody trade oats? Corn? You corn dog. Where is the indices, man? Where were we? We were in the M&Q, I think. Was it M&Q? No, it was this one. Yeah, it was that one. Pork bellies. Oh my days. I know, man. Pork bellies. I've never traded pork bellies in my life. Wouldn't even have a clue. Where are we? 1 hour chart. This is the 1 hour chart. Yada yada yada. 15 minutes. Do 1 minute here. Notice how it's getting messy now. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna start cleaning up these charts. Inversion, don't forget your inversion. How do you know it's an inversion? Huh. Let's do the trick, the Algowick trick. Oh wow, would you look at that? Would you look at that, hey? The Algowick trick. Let me put it back on. Alright, I need to get serious, man. Price is trash. We got our raid, came back in. Controller. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. Flirting at the controller right there. All day, every day. I'm gonna take this off so I can clean this up for tomorrow. But yeah, once again, I appreciate you guys coming, attending. I've been talking all day since like 7 a.m. Well, maybe 7:15. While we were expecting the 7 a.m. to 7:30. If you know, you know. I'm gonna take this off. What PD array is that? Don't forget, do your own work. And if there's anything that maybe somebody here doesn't understand, you can always, throw a comment in the Algowick. One of the posts there. I'm trying to improve on this marketing theme. I'm trying to, get people to understand that there is good information. There's a lot of things that you can talk about, but at the end of the day, like I do like to tease some ideas because the truth is they're not mine. They're not my concepts, guys. These are ICT's concepts. So sometimes it feels like you're flexing on something that, on another man's work. The only thing that I can flex on is my hard work to understand these things. So, what I try to do is I try to prompt people, I try to mention certain things because I know certain people are not thinking about certain things. So I try to mention them in the hope that you will then go on and study. That's really what it is. Like if you want me to literally build it and lay it down in your hands, then that's different. But there's nothing wrong with, kind of prompting or mentioning certain things for other people to go put in their time and invest in themselves. Because remember, there's always a cost. So you're either going to pay or somebody, there's always a cost, folks, English. So, yeah, but so far so good. I got a new haircut today, this morning, before New York Open, just in the middle of the London session and New York Open. And, controller still doing controller things. Pay attention to if it hits that. See that right there? Right there. The fact that it's hitting that right there. Just pay attention to that. Like, that's basically what I was trying to say. In relation to controller. You see? Pay attention to that. Pay attention to controller. Relationship. This is how I do things. It's like random things. It's like, oh, it would be a fun thing to talk about in real time. I already highlighted it before, deleted it, highlighted it again, deleted it. But just, you know, I'll be honest with you, I have mentioned a couple of things that would probably, not probably, it definitely belongs in like a mentorship, you know, kind of level. But again, it's the prompt. It's the prompt how can you know liquidity is going to raid before it raids? How can you know you're going to get a fair value gap or an inefficiency before you get it? How do you know if you are going to get an inefficiency but not the one you expect to get because of speed of delivery? How do you know? How do you know to expect? You see that? Again, controller right there. Hit, come back down. Because remember when ICT talks about you don't want certain prices to hit, and you do, it's like, yeah, that was basically the idea there. If it hits there, then pay attention to that. And then next candle, back down. Inefficiency, liquidity, inefficiency, liquidity. Get it? Liquidity, inefficiency. Anyway, boom, controller. I don't know how many times it's gonna hit. That's why it's called controller, guys. They are, guess what they're doing? Controlling. All right, I'm gonna take this off. This is exciting. This is 20 past 3. I want you to pay attention to, you know, between 2:30 and say, you know, 3:50. I want you to mark all the liquidities on both ends. Something's gonna hit, like PB Banks, you know, let us know. If you put something on the chart at some point, something's gonna hit. Hindsight Academy, baby, you know what it is, everybody. So thank you for coming by. On this note, I'm gonna exit because I'm exhausted. It is 10:21 where I am now. 10:21. Time zones change, baby. Moved to a paradise. So, all right. On that note, we will end the broadcast. Thank you guys for coming. See you on Twitter. Please like and subscribe.